I'm here at CanJam 2019 in Singapore to find out how you can level up your audio game without breaking the bank. Hi, I'm here with Colin from RHA,
Yep.
who's promoting the True Connect, true wireless earbuds.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
So I'm looking for something that's an upgrade from your standard wireless Bluetooth headset.
Yep.
And how does the True Connect fit that bill?
So yeah, it combines the several kind of aspects that we really wanted to see in a Bluetooth headphone that make it great for listening to music, making calls, going for a run, all of these things into one product. The battery in this is 25 hours, which is a lot more than a lot of people are used to. 5 hours in the headphone, 20 in the case with fast charging. They're designed to be IPX5 sweat and splash resistant, which means you can go to the rainiest cities in the world, like Scotland, or go for a really long run, and these will still work after.
Right.
The design of them also brings a microphone closer to the mouth, so if you're making calls or recording yourself or anything like that, you get a much clearer signal than a lot of the true wireless models in the market.
Cool. So, battery life, 5 hours in the headphones, and how long does it take to recharge without plugging the case in anywhere else?
So yeah, if you completely deplete your bud, stick it in the case, in only 15 minutes you get to 50% charge, which is essentially 2.5 hours worth of charge, and then another 45 minutes you get to full.
Right, that's decent. No, I've had the opportunity to try it for a couple of minutes. I think it's pretty decent.
Thank you.
But now, the thing that everyone asks, how much is it?
$288.
288 Singapore dollars.
Yeah.
Perfect. And where is it available?
AV1.
AV1,
Yeah, that's our distributor at Engsang.
Cool. Fantastic. I'm here with John from Quad Electronics. John, tell us. So I hear a lot of good things about the Mojo. Having good Mojo is always good.
Absolutely, yes.
So why the Mojo, and what is the Mojo?
Okay. Mojo is a reference quality for the very first time at this sort of level. A real true audio reference quality DAC and headphone amplifier in one.
Okay.
And it's very high technology, such that the amount of digital processing that a Mojo has compared to another DAC of similar ilk, this has about 500 to 1,000 times more digital signal processing than is normal.
Right.
And this enables you to resolve at least 1,000 times more information from the actual music tracks.
Okay, so now a DAC is a digital to analog converter.
Yes.
Now, we're in an age where everything's going digital. Why would you want to convert from digital back to analog?
Okay, well, because humans have analog ears.
Right.
We can't plug ourselves into a digital signal and hear it. You see, so we have to convert it back to an analog waveform. And the thing is, most DACs do this, but in a relatively crude way.
Okay.
The way they sample and the way that they reconstruct the waveform, it's never quite perfect. And there are timing issues and there are accuracy issues.
Right.
With Mojo and with all our DACs, because we use this very special technology, the technology that we have in here is able to reconstruct the analog waveform far more accurately than has ever been done before.
Okay. And who would you say the Mojo is for?
Okay, Mojo, the whole idea, we'd already, a while before, we developed a product called Hugo, which was costing around about, in present day terms, about £1,400. Okay, nice, but for many markets, it was just far too expensive.
That's right.
And Rob and I were touring in Indonesia, and we decided that the guys that were coming were often saying to us, "Oh, we love Hugo. We really love the sound of the quality of it, but we could never afford it."
Right.
So really, Mojo was Rob, my digital designer, and myself. It was our way of getting a lot of money out of the Hugo product and bringing it to keeping the quality up, but making the size smaller and getting the price down. So that's what we did, really to give the guys, ordinary guys in Indonesia, the ability to be able to hear and own our products.
That's amazing. So how much is it then?
This product is around $399 Pounds? Yeah.
Right, pounds.
Yeah.
So that's about 500, 600
It's
Singapore
about
dollars?
about 450. I think.
450?
Yeah.
That's a very decent price.
Well, it is for the quality. That's the thing. I mean, this is not an ordinary quality of product. So,
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Great. So, if you want to get a DAC, the Mojo at only, 450 Singapore dollars?
I agree with that.
Yeah?
Absolutely.
You would. Thank you, John.
Okay. Thank you, Steph.
Hi, Yellow.
Hi.
All right. So, tell me a little bit more about the Fio Smart High-Res Audio Player.
Okay, this is our new player M11. It's based on Android 7 and SoC chip is Samsung Exynos 7A72.
Okay.
You can see that it has 3.5 earphone output and 2.5 balance output
Right.
and 4.4 balance output. It has two DAC chip AK4493 EQ and it also supports quick charge.
Quick charge.
Yes,
So,
quick charge.
how long can it run on one charge?
The battery life of the 3.5 output is 13 hours.
Well, that's pretty decent. Yeah,
Yes.
13 hours. And how do you say this stands apart from other music players out there?
Yes, it has big screen. You can see
It's a beautiful screen. Yep.
full touch screen, and the DAC chip is the French DAC chip now in the market now.
Right.
So it can also launch the Bluetooth LDAC, aptX, aptX HD, SBC, and what's more, it can also work as a Bluetooth receiver.
Great.
Yes.
Oh, it works as a Bluetooth receiver as well.
Yes, yes.
All right, that's amazing. So, how much does it cost?
The cost in Singapore
Yeah.
is 679.
679. Yeah,
Yes.
that's not too bad. That's about $680.
Yes.
Yeah. Cool. Great. You know what? Thank you very much for sharing. I think it's an amazing product.
Thank you. Thank you.
Now I'm here with Rajesh Pal from Stealth Sonics, and one of the amazing things, or the most interesting things that I got from your brand and from your company is that you weren't in the music industry first. You're developing IEMs, which are in-ear monitors.
That's right.
Yep. But you've actually come from the hearing aid world, the medical side of things,
Audiology,
audiology.
Yeah.
Yeah, tell me a little bit more about that.
So we started off in 2011.
Right.
Our founder, Balvinder, he was very, very interested in about what goes into a hearing aid and why was it so expensive.
Right.
So, I mean, he was looking into it because one of his family members needed a hearing aid. So he started digging, why would it cost US $3,500 to $5,000 a pair of hearing aids, especially for someone who is elderly who cannot afford it, it doesn't make sense.
Right.
So he dug deeper and then he realized that this whole industry is dominated just by a group of a few companies, just probably 3 or 4.
Okay.
And the electronic that goes into a hearing aid are fairly inexpensive.
Okay.
And when you put them together, they are barely $100. Yet, it is sold multiple times beyond that price, right? So he saw this as an opportunity once he came out from banking. So he started digging deeper, started learning about audiology, hired a few audiologists, and he put together a team and started building his own hearing aid. So as early as late 2012, he launched his first pair of hearing aids, and he started selling it at just 1,200 Singapore dollars.
Okay.
And that was at least 1/3 the market price in Singapore.
Right. And right now, you've gone into in-ear monitors,
Yeah.
and this is for audiophiles.
So a similar story.
Yeah.
In 2016, we kind of stumbled into in-ear monitors because a lot of our hearing loss patients saying that, hey, you're making us custom hearing aids. Can you make for me a custom earphone? We're like, we studied it. We
Right.
look at the drivers. It's the same drivers in hearing aids. So we started playing around. We started molding custom in-ears for our patients, and realized that this is not a difficult thing to do, and it's the exact same process. And when we looked out, there was a lot of, for lack of better word, a lot of gimmicky marketing going on
Okay.
about, I can shove 15 drivers in one side,
Right.
and therefore it is worth $3,500 to pay. And if you understand a bit of audiology and how the brain works, your brain only processes up just about 8 channels. So anything beyond a 9 driver, it doesn't make sense, right? So we realized there was very little understanding of audiology and the science of hearing, and that's what we wanted to bring to the industry and why we entered.
Right.
Yeah.
And I see that you have the what do you call the universal models as
Yep.
well as the customized models.
Exactly, yeah.
So you take a mold
Yep.
of the ear canal,
Yep.
right, and then you after that you basically customize
We
it.
manufacture the whole shell. So because we're an audiology company, only our certified audiologists, you can think of them as ear doctors, they have
Right.
masters in audiology, they will do an impression of your ear.
Okay.
If you want, we can take an impression of you for your viewers and then they can see exactly what the process is.
Right.
But essentially they take a mold of your whole outer ear all the way just about 5 millimeters away from your eardrum.
Right, okay.
And the idea is, so a custom will look like this. It will fit into the what we call a second bend.
Okay.
So in your ear canal, it bends 2 times. One time's going in and a second time,
Right.
right? And having that second bend allows you to have an isolation of about minus 32 dB.
Okay.
So you don't have to be cranking up the volume in even a noisy environment. You can be listening to your music at very low volume, but you hear everything. Even as if you're in an MRT or a train, you hear everything.
Right, and now the most important question of all, what's the cost? How much does it cost to get one of the universal ones? How much does it cost to get a customized set?
So in the IEM world, typically for anything beyond a 2-driver, you're looking at $400. We start at US 249 for our
249,
2-driver.
okay.
And for a custom, usually it's about 500 US. We start $1 below that, 499 for our custom.
$499 for custom, that's US dollars or Singapore?
US dollars.
So $499 Singapore, sorry, US
Yep.
for
our custom.
customs. Oh,
Yep.
that's for customs.
Yep, and that's still
Amazing.
30% below the market rate.
Great, that's a great price point.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. I've had the opportunity to try out the U4s.
But I want to take an impression of your ear and I want to show your users what it means to take an impression of your ear. So we're not entirely done yet.
Sure, we'll get that done in a bit.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you, Rajeshwar.
Thank you.
I'm here with Jeremy, who's going to talk to us a little bit more about the Audi's Mobius.
Yeah, man.
Right. So now Audi's, you've got a lot of high-end headsets, but now this is a gaming headset.
Indeed,
All right.
indeed.
So why a gaming headset?
Specifically, why Audi's created this gaming headset is actually to fill the gap. There's a lot of gaming headsets in the market today, as we know, but there is none like Audeze Mobius, which is a planar magnetic headphone itself.
Okay, so we hear a lot of terms. What is so special about planar magnetic headphones?
Planar magnetic is so special in the sense that it differs from the usual crowd itself. The usual headphones uses dynamic driver, which can tend to be a bit more thin at times. But with planar itself, it's very organic, very full sounding, and at the same time gives you very good speed when you actually listen to music or when you actually game as well.
Right. So is this Bluetooth, wired?
Wow, you're in luck, man. Audeze is packed with some of the latest technology itself. You can do it Bluetooth, we're on a go. At home itself, right, you can plug in via Type-C to the computer itself or to a cell phone to directly as well. All of the cables are given when you actually purchase an
Right,
Audeze
so you get a
Mobius.
full set.
You get a full set, that's correct.
Fantastic. All right.
Indeed,
And
indeed.
now, most important thing, how much does it cost?
Alright, the Mobius will retail for $629, but do check out the promotion that we're doing once in a while. So, yep, this is one of the most advanced planar magnetic gaming headphone in the industry today. Don't miss out on it.
Great. Thank you very much, Jeremy.
Thank you very much. It's been
Cheers.
a pleasure.
Hi, so now I'm here with Kamal from Biodynamic. And now you were in the enterprise scene, right? But now you've moved towards gaming. Tell me a little bit more about that and why that move.
Right. Okay. So, well, the thing is, for those who know Bayer, they would perhaps be in the age group of mid 30s and older.
Okay.
Right. So, and we needed to get closer to our customers. We needed to get closer to the users of our products as well, and we needed to reach out to the next generation of Bayer product users. And so we've been taking baby steps to actually get to our goal, and that's one of our main reasons to why we got into gaming, just to reach to a younger audience, and that's also because we had the technology to do it. Now, for those who don't know, we've been around since 1924, so we're nearly 100 years old, right? And Mr. Eugene Bayer, who is the founder of the company, he actually invented the first speaker for cinema. So prior to having speakers in cinemas, you would have a guy standing behind the screen with a piano. And that's how that was back in the 1920s. So he invented a whole bunch of things. The first cinema speaker, the first shotgun microphone, the first RF as well, and so on and so forth. The first dynamic stereo headphone. So coming back to your question, coming into gaming was really actually a very interesting process for us. What I have in my hand is actually a few versions after of what was to be an aviation headset.
An aviation headset.
An aviation headset.
Okay.
That's right. You heard me right. So
Right.
it was basically for pilots to use because we had beautiful isolation, right? Close back, great isolation, and of course with a awesome microphone that's attached with it with the boom.
Right.
Right. And it actually checked all the boxes for aviation. we got into that business, and again, everything that we have, or most of the products that we have, they're still lovingly handmade in Germany.
Okay.
Yeah, they
right.
still are, right? And so coming from that DNA, whereby the Beatles approached us for microphones, so did Phil Collins, and a whole bunch of other artists.
All the greats.
If you've watched Bohemian Rhapsody, you would
Yes.
see a number of period correct products from Bayer Dynamic
Okay.
on stage and in the studio.
Right.
So that just makes us who we are. So we've got that rich history behind us, right? So with all of that DNA put together, so we came up with an amazing aviation headset. However, we quickly got out of it, right?
Okay.
Because the other competitors that were doing aviation headsets, they went into the Oriental production. So they
Okay.
started producing stuff in other parts of the world, and they
Right,
became cheaper.
right.
But us, keeping true to our DNA, we still wanted to have it handmade in Germany.
Okay.
Right. So we got out of the market for aviation, and we were deciding, okay, so we've got this great headset with a great microphone, great isolation. What can we do with it? And then gaming started to become really popular.
Oh.
So from an aviation headset, we turned it into, with a few tweaks, we turned it into a gaming headset.
Right.
So it's you get an amazing experience once you put them on, right?
Amazing.
So it's like one of those things, like when you read
Right.
reviews of Amazon, you read reviews online about the MMX 300. This is it. You are going to get reviews such as I can hear the sand beneath my feet as I walk.
Really? Okay.
I can hear the grass, being stepped on as I walk.
Okay.
And I know where bullets are coming from, and I know what's happening. And for my teammates, they hear me extremely well.
Right.
So when it comes to when it comes to using headsets and the competition level, you need serious isolation,
That's right.
and you need a damn good directional microphone as well to make it happen, so that you don't get leaks and so on and so forth. So this is our really high end MMX 300 headset.
Okay.
It's extremely flexible, and yeah, so this is the greatest.
All right. So how much is this? What's the price point?
Okay, I am gonna have to get back to you on this because the reason is regionally they're priced kind of differently. I mean,
Okay.
they're not too far off from one another, but they're in the range of about 300 euros, thereabouts.
Still not too bad. Still
Not too bad, yeah.
Now,
It's
one of
falls in that range.
one of the products that caught my eye though,
Yep.
was your Fox USB microphone.
Oh,
Now,
yeah.
I
That's
love
a
the
pretty
gaming
baby.
headset. Love the gaming headset, but
Fox, yeah.
yeah, condenser mics. Podcasts are a big thing.
Yeah.
Dabbling musician.
Exactly.
We love to
exactly.
sing. We
Yeah.
love to record our voice. How
Surely.
does this compare with the other? With everything else in the
Okay.
market? I think it looks really cool, really
It is,
sexy.
It is really cool.
Foxy.
Foxy, exactly. So it's a fox in a box.
Right.
That's what I like to call it. It's a fox in a box. So what we have here is again something that's true to our DNA.
Okay.
It is a medium-sized diaphragm condenser USB microphone. And of course, this is our first version of it, and it's been extremely popular. We created this essentially for the vlogger or
Right.
for the gamer who's actually kind of like coaching online and teaching young kids how to
Okay.
unlock a couple of stages. But what they need is pure clarity, and the last thing they need is, because they are on camera and they've got a pretty big rig, so the last thing they need is actually
To cover their face. Yeah.
exactly. So with a microphone to cover your face. And now this, there are various ways on how you can mount it, because it comes with various. Well, it comes with this tabletop stand, right? But also it comes with a mount whereby you could mount it on a microphone stand if necessary.
right, yeah.
And like there's so many microphone stand or microphone accessory manufacturers where you could buy all kinds of cool clamps, and you could clamp it on various parts of your entire kit.
Right.
Right. So it does that. It is. Again, I'm really, really happy to say that it's the same brand that made products for musicians that we listen to or that record with our products, and even from our father's days and the music that they listen to. I'm so sorry. So this has got your real rock and roll DNA in it, the
Right.
real Bayer DNA in it. And rest assured that it's just going to capture everything that comes out of your mouth extremely clearly,
Perfect.
smoothly, and this is PC friendly. It's Mac friendly.
Great. So what are the connector types?
USB. So
USB, yeah.
it's there we go. Show it to you on the camera. This is where the output is, and to a standard USB USB-A cable.
Is there phantom power on this?
There is no phantom power on this, but phantom power is going to come from the power of your computer.
Right. Yeah. So you don't actually need it because it's already powered. as
It's
such.
already
Yeah.
powered in a way. That's right. That's right. And for the muses, for the musicians, this actually works as an audio interface as well. So if you're using products like Logic or Pro Tools, Nuendo, Steinberg, what have you, as soon as you plug it in, it recognizes this as an audio interface.
Right.
And the cool thing is, it actually has a headphone output, so you could monitor what's going in, and you can also monitor what's coming out. So if you're singing along to a backing track
Right.
with music, you can actually adjust how much of the backing track you would want to listen
Oh,
to,
perfect.
or how much of yourself do you want to listen to. So it is a full-on audio interface. It's great for interviews. It's great for streaming, streamers, vloggers, and so on and so forth. So it's like a toolbox, you know. It's like a screwdriver in your toolbox where it does almost everything you need it to do.
Right. So now one of the things that got me really excited about this product was the price point.
Right.
Right. So you've got a package.
Yeah, we do have a package. It's called the Team Tiger.
Right.
Yeah? So it's very, very apt for the streamers, very apt for gamers as well. Yeah, Team
And how
Tiger.
much is it?
It was $559.
Right.
Right now with the show, it's going for $419
$419, and that's
419,
for
and
a
you get-
headset plus the microphone.
plus the USB mic.
It's an amazing deal.
Exactly, and it comes with the cables that you need
Right.
for your setup. It's a Fox in a box. You plug and play, and you're good to go in a matter of minutes.
Great. And what about firmware?
Okay, so here's the cool thing. All of our products that do have a USB input
Right.
or an output, I should say, for this, they will be firmware upgradable in the very near future.
Fantastic. Thank you very much, Kamal.
You're most welcome, Zach.
Great hearing from you.
Thanks for coming down to our booth over at CanJam 2019. Thank you.